And I'm a YouTube person. I'm going to ride for YouTube till the wheels fall off for many reasons, because of its longevity, because it's a platform where you can create a longer form. Now, yeah, TikTok has 10 minutes, but, longer form than that, even to kind of build a deeper connection, I think, with your audience, that it's evergreen. It is there. It is going to be there. There's videos that certain creators have made 15 years ago still popping up. It's a much better search engine currently than this platform and the other one. I don't know. I'll be searching on TikTok and I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's not even what I asked for. But Google owns YouTube. Google is the best search engine in the world, arguably.
Vlogmas 2024. What's up, lovely people? We are talking about TikTok and YouTube. I've done my research so far between TikTok and YouTube. Those are probably my major two platforms that I am really growing on right now. Instagram was in the mix. I mean, they're still there, but it's not as good as it used to be. And Facebook used to pay me money and now they don't. So I don't know what happened to that creator fund or what have you. But I was, it wasn't much, but I was making a little money on that platform, and then they just took it all away, and I'm like, I was growing. What happened? So now mostly I was concentrating on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, but now it's mostly just YouTube and TikTok. And I was on X for a while. I haven't been on there since Love Island ended, the last season of Love Island, so I hadn't been on there as much. But I might make a comeback. I don't know. A lot of people are leaving Twitter, so I don't know about that, but we shall see. I was on Threads. I didn't really like Threads that much. I mean, it's kind of similar to Twitter, but I was like, I can't do all these platforms. I just gotta pick a couple and keep it pushing. One of the creators that I do follow, and get advice from her lives and her videos that she puts out, is Chef Tony, or as other people know her as Tony Scott. And her daughter is Raven Elise TV. Her mom manages, was helping her get to her first million. So I was like, well, this woman knows what she's talking about. So I've been following Raven Elise's mom, Miss Tony, Chef Tony, and she comes on TikTok now. She also does courses and she teaches people. She has, I think, a Teachable website as well. So she's, teaching the people. So she was on live, and I was like, you know what? Let me share what I've learned from her so far. And this was a really good live that she did on TikTok, because she's more YouTube, but she's getting into the TikTok platform, and she's been like going live almost every day. And today she pulled people from the audience and talked to them about what they're doing and what kind of content they want to work on and what's making them stagnant in their work. It was just a great live. So I was on there for like a couple of hours, and I was like, this is really valuable. So I wanted to share with you guys so you can see the research that I'm doing for my platforms, and maybe this will help you with yours. All right, because I'm here to help. We're not gatekeeping here. We're sharing, okay? So we can all get a successful career in whatever we're doing. I mean, this all applies, okay? So, okay, let's get into it.
However, I understand that it is easier to make short form content for most creators. Number one, most of us are making it on our phones. You don't need any, and really you can make your YouTube content on a phone too, but it's much more straightforward to make and edit your short form content on your phone. However, just because I said short form, that doesn't mean that you are limited to just one platform, because you can easily repurpose your TikToks to Instagram, to Pinterest, to YouTube. And then you're on to Facebook. Then you're on 5 different platforms if you choose to. Talk about YouTube Shorts versus TikTok. Let's talk about that right now. My brain automatically goes to, why am I doing this? Why am I growing an audience on TikTok? So I would think, for me personally, why am I growing an audience on TikTok? Because I can communicate with people that I might be able to help off the platform. Maybe a person is on TikTok because they're going super viral and they're making a little bit of money from the TikTok Creator Fund. Maybe they're on TikTok because they can, even this is way, I know I'm bouncing all over. Way before TikTok Shop came around, I saw creators making tons of money on this app because they were selling, but they were selling through the affiliate links in their bio. So take one lady, for example. She did a lot of home decor and organic home decor. This is how I did my bedroom. This is how I decorated my bedroom. This is how I decorated my living room. This is how I decorated my patio. I watched her patio decor videos, and then I went to her link in her bio where she had Amazon links for everything. I bought rug, I bought lanterns, I bought furniture, I bought hanging lights. So she's making money. This is way before TikTok Shop. So maybe I'm on TikTok because I'm going to direct people to my affiliate links, whether they be TikTok Shop or otherwise, because you can do both. Great. Maybe I'm on TikTok because brands are looking at TikTok creators and they're paying good money for sponsored content on TikTok. Great. I know why I'm on TikTok. Now, YouTube Shorts. Okay, wait. Why am I on YouTube making long form? Well, if I get a large enough library of content and I'm getting a lot of watch time, then I can make a good deal of money from the YouTube AdSense program, partnership program. Okay. Also, brands are paying me, people, to create content on YouTube long form. Also, I can also do the easily link products on the video itself in YouTube and in the description. Affiliate products. Cool. Now, why would I want to do YouTube Shorts? The ad revenue is not there because you're splitting it between, it is not there. It is abysmally low. There is little to no money-making ability unless you are super, super viral through all of your shorts, through most of your shorts on YouTube. And if I'm creating long-form content on YouTube, maybe if I create some shorts on YouTube, it's going to drive traffic to my long form? No, currently it does not. Are brands paying YouTube Shorts creators? I just got an example of that today, so I won't say not never. I think it's rare. So my question is, why am I doing YouTube Shorts? YouTube, why do you want me to do shorts? How are you going to reward me as a creator for the YouTube Shorts? It's not easy. It's not the same as on TikTok where people can easily go to your bio and look at a list of links and purchase your affiliate items, or even click on the link in the video from TikTok Shop. So that's how I feel. I am not impressed. Bottom line, I'm not impressed with YouTube Shorts. Am I still posting there? Yes. Do I still recommend that the creators that I manage and those that I mentor go over and just repost their stuff on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts? Yes, because I never know. You never know what's going to happen. Thank y'all for liking the live. Thank you so much. But I am totally unimpressed with the income potential. It's like y'all are wanting us to make on YouTube. You want us to make short form content. How are you rewarding your creators? At least send the traffic to my long form, meaning recommend it. If I have a YouTube short and a bunch of people and 100,000 people watch that short form, then put it in the algorithm that because that person watched and was engaged with even my YouTube short, that they're going to be shown an impression of my long form that they may be interested in. There's even a tool on YouTube where you can relate your short form to a long form, and it's still not helping. So I'm a little bit irritated about YouTube Shorts. I helped my daughter, Raven Elise, get to a million subscribers on YouTube. When I figured out how to help her do that, get to 1 million subscribers on YouTube and build a 7-figure business from content creation that she started in her bedroom, I realized that there were a lot of creators out here that don't really understand how social media works, and they don't understand how to grow. And although there's plenty of people out there talking about what it is that I talk about, I don't have any secrets. I don't know anything that the other big names don't already know and haven't been trying to tell y'all for years. But I just figured that I could explain it in a way that maybe people who look like me would listen. So I took the time to create a course based on every strategy that I use to get that channel to 1 million followers. It's at 2 million now, but at that time, 1 million followers. And the course was designed for content creators, YouTubers, who had reached a certain level of success, but just were stuck and were stagnant, because that's what happened to her. She was stuck and stagnant and not growing, and definitely not growing fast enough that would allow them to get to where they wanted to faster. And that was called the YouTube Growth Masterclass that I created several years ago. Very successful, had lots of people gain success from that. But it wasn't designed for beginners, for small channels. And so what was happening is that there were people joining that course anyway, even though I specifically asked them not to, join in that course anyway, who were beginners, and they needed a little bit more basic information. And that people were clamoring, and they were like, we need something for beginners. We need something for small channels. So I took the time to create a more basic course called Start YouTube the Right Way that I launched, I think last year. And that course gets you to the baseline, like starts from the beginning, like who is your audience? Figuring out your who, your what, and your why. And then I created another course because a lot of the questions that were coming up inside the YouTube Growth Masterclass, and this course had been going for 2 or 3 years, was about making money and monetization. So I realized I hadn't dealt with that at all. And so I revamped that whole YouTube Growth Masterclass, left out some of the basic stuff that was included in that because that's in the starter course. And then I added a bunch of information about monetization, affiliate income, working with brands, how to read a brand deal, what to look for in your contract, how to negotiate, what are the different affiliate partnerships you should look at, what kinds of products could you sell to your audience, those types of things. So those 2 courses are active right now. It's called the YouTube Growth and Income Accelerator. Both courses have memberships. Used to be the course was higher priced, and then you just got the coaching calls along with it. But what was happening is people would pay for the course and, they really weren't participating in the coaching. So I was like, okay, maybe y'all don't want this. So then I lowered the price of the courses way down, like a fourth of what I was charging. And then I have a monthly membership. So if you want the additional motivation, if you want the additional coaching calls, if you want the additional, I say it one-on-one. It's not one-on-one, it's small group coaching, but most of the time there's plenty of time for everybody to get individual attention in my Zoom coaching calls. Then you pay that monthly membership for as long as you want. You join it for 1 month, you're like, I'm not getting anything out of this. You need to go. Bye. Or I work with you for as long as it takes for you to get to where you want to be. The third course I have is not a course, it's a coaching program. It's for entrepreneurs who need to use social media, and not just YouTube, but social media in general, to grow their audience and their income. If you have a small business of any kind, and specifically for small businesses, if you have a small business of any kind and you're not marketing it with social media, what exactly are you doing? What are you doing? But what I'm noticing is a lot of small businesses don't know how to navigate social media in a way that is going to grow their business. And how can they be on social media, create content for social media, attract those new clients, but still run their business at the same time? I developed a system for that. And I help businesses promote what they have to offer via social media. And this is called Social Media Marketing Mastery. So those are the three things. Xandra, hopefully that answered your question. I was going to make a TikTok about this today, and it was along the lines of a lot of y'all need to go back to the drawing board. You need to go back to step one. And I'm learning this because you're over here and you've already started creating the content and you can't figure out why you're not growing, and you need to come back to step one. Do not pass go until you figured out these things, because there is no amount of hacks, there's no strategies, there's no tips, there's no tricks that I can give you that it's going to grow your platform if you have not figured out why you're on the platform, who you're making content for, and what value that content has for that person. Yes. What's the audience you want to serve? Who's your audience? Who are you making content for? Let me put it this way. Let me break it down. Who are you making content for specifically? What kind of content can you see yourself making for them that they would find valuable? Not interesting, because we talked about this before. Valuable. That could be entertaining, inspirational, aspirational, educational. And then I want you to write down 100 video ideas. Now, there's going to be short form and long form. Do that. That's your homework. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I want to hear about your pivot and your where you go.
Okay, let me give you a quick rundown. So in about, I think, was it 2022? I was blessed with a dog, and I literally made content around him because at the time I had absolutely no idea how to take care of him. I was 28. I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was like, let me share this with people. And so it took me a while to put myself into the content for a variety of reasons, namely being because I had a job and I just did not want people finding me. And so it took me a while to do that. But when I started putting myself in it and then using my voice, that's when the followers started coming. Then what ended up happening was I got a little strategic and I started putting my home into the content with my dog. It's kind of hard to explain, but I just started showing my home a little bit. I started reading my comments more and listening to what the people wanted, and they wanted to know about my home. Immediately, that took off. So I started showing my living room, my home. I bought this condo here in New York at 28, so I started sharing my journey with that. And then what else kind of took off for me? I don't really know what made me completely stop the dog stuff, but it was honestly draining to me because my dog has a lot of personality and he just wasn't into the whole pose here and you know how like dog content is kind of like text on screen with them doing something silly. He's not that type of dog. If he could speak, he would. So I really wanted to break out of that because it was also just kind of exhausting for me, and also pet content doesn't really pay as well, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, I just pretty much pivoted because I started listening to my audience, just reading comments and taking it seriously, and then also just kind of getting strategic with literally putting something in my background, for example, like my couch, which is probably the number one thing that is asked about on my page. So I got strategic with that and things just started to take off. And yeah, now I'm just stagnant and I don't know what's going on.
You're stagnant. Did you stop creating as much as you were before? Are you still on that same cadence of how you were posting?
Yep, same cadence. I try to post every day, Monday through Friday, and take the weekend to either film, edit, and then come back on Sunday and start posting again. So everything has been the same. I don't know. And
You're posting long form content every day?
oh gosh, let me back up. No, this is short form. Only
Oh,
on TikTok and Instagram primarily.
okay.
Yes. So yeah, it's just been fairly stagnant with my growth. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because then in the same breath, I think I had mentioned I am still working with brands. I'm actually sending an email right now to respond to a potential brand partnership. So it's just a weird season for me because I don't know why my content isn't drawing in the same type of engagement that I was used to. And then also, again, like something's clearly working because
Hmm.
I'm still getting inbounds
Hmm.
from large brands. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
Have you looked at now, full disclosure, TikTok is not my top knowledge, but have you looked at your analytics and your engagement and specific content that to see what you know are there any patterns to what did well and versus what's not doing well?
I have been doing well is me talking directly to the camera and saying things that are, I don't know, just very, I don't want to say controversial, but they're just kind of me being me.
Hmm.
I think me putting my personality more on display has been working because I'll be honest, a video that I posted a few weeks ago about me in Trader Joe's just telling people what I buy and what I don't buy blew up. Another video of me talking to the camera just about my opinions on a specific documentary, because I also post a lot about documentaries, that blew up. So I'm finding that the videos of me just being more relaxed and I don't know, just
Well, that go with
talking.
it. Go with it.
Okay.
I'm watching a creator blow up, and she's been on this platform a while. I don't know how long. I just discovered her in the last month. Um, sh- that is basically what she's doing.
Mm.
She has no back. It's like I think she's in bed most of the time, and she's just leaning and she's talking, and I can't. And she's making 4, 5, 6, because like it's a stream of consciousness. Like say you have a subject
Mhm.
that you're talking about. I don't know, documentary. Maybe it's Love is Blind, something like that. So she she's talking for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then she thinks of something else she wants to say, and she gets on there. And I am going back and watching everything. She just reached 100,000 followers on this platform, and she's been out here a while, and it's just been. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. This may be a clue. what she's talking about is the same subject for the past month.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about basically, hi Shakira, the same subject. And so if I'm interested in that subject, if your followers are interested in the subject that you're talking about, and it's a specific subject, then lean into it. And
Okay.
I said, she's got to be growing. And she got on this morning. She was like, oh my God, I have 100,000. I don't even know. And that probably happened in the last month. She probably went from, I don't know. I tried to look at the data in Social Blade, but it didn't show me anything. But yeah, I would just lean into what is working. And then when that's no longer working, pivot into something else. I think I'll need to go back and look at what she was doing before. Maybe before she was hopping around like, oh, let me tell you my thoughts about this, and let me tell you my thoughts about that, and let me tell you my thoughts about this. So therefore, if it's not like the specific audience, let's just say your audience is, 25-year-old women who, you know, like the hip hop culture. Okay, so you could talk about a variety of subjects that particular woman would like, and you could jump around to talking about what I bought at Sephora, or where I went out to dinner or whatever, or what do you think about this particular TV show? But even better yet, if you can find a subject matter that, I know that I said love is blind, tongue in cheek, but really, I was watching all the creators talk about the thing about Love is Blind season 7. I didn't get tired of it. I was just listening to everybody's perspective. So when there's something going on, or something that's trending, maybe lean into that. So maybe what I'm saying for you specifically, because I don't know exactly what you're talking about, maybe try leaning into the same subject for a while, a week or so, and see how that goes, if you can, or something related to that. And
Yeah, it's just
for everybody, look at what's working and do more of that. And some of you will say, well, I was just talking about that and I really wasn't trying to build an audience around that. Well, too bad. They like it.
And that's, I think, my problem. I feel like I've built my audience off of my home transformations, documentaries, skincare, like the videos that worked so well and did just amazingly on my platform. Those don't seem to be bringing the same engagement that they did. So it is hard to now try to lean into the stuff like we were just talking about that's working more, which is me literally talking to the camera, laying on my pillow, just pretty much giving like a stream of consciousness type of random rants or what have you. So
right. This TikTok has become a community of people. I saw a young lady, I've been following this lady. I don't know why, she's kind of funny to me, but she came on crying yesterday. She went to therapy and she was just like, I just came here to tell y'all, it's like she's talking to a group of friends. It kind of feels that way. You kind of feel like you're checking into those types of creators like you who just talk about whatever's on their mind. It feels like like we're really like friends in real life. And I think people are craving that. But I do want to say for everybody else too, please be aware that we cannot make people. It's like, but I want them to watch this content. I'm not saying that's you, Jihan, but you can't make people want to watch what you want them to watch. There's no way. They're either gonna be there for it or they're not. And so when you pick something, when you land on something that they're there for, run with that.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, my other issue is just trying to try to replicate something like that over on Instagram, because Instagram is not easy for me to crack. But I don't know. I'm figuring out my
Instagram is going to be
strategy.
different. If Instagram is going to be different for a creator like Raven Elise, her Instagram content is performing as well as her TikTok content because it's that kind of content. You know, it's visual, it's making stuff, it's building stuff, it's over the top.
Yeah.
But I could see how possibly the type of just talking on the camera, talk to the camera content may not perform as well on Instagram.
Yeah, and I don't even post that stuff on there because I already know. I already know. But I appreciate this insight, and I think I'm just gonna have to keep working at again, leaning into that same subject, leaning into that same style of content, and seeing how that works for me. But also, I don't know, still doing some of the things that I liked. Uh, I know. I just have a few videos that I gotta get out that I've already
You could try. And you know, I've seen creators make excellent content. It's like, oh, this is great, but nobody's watching it. It's like we can't make people a large, you know, because you got to have a lot of views in order to be successful on these platforms, and the community at large is just not here for it.
That's true.
So, um,
Well, I think this was helpful because you have no idea. These past few days and weeks have been hard trying to figure out how to steer myself back into, again, that same rhythm of engagement, growth, etc. So, yeah, I think I'm feeling a little bit more confident.
no, good, good. I'll be watching to see what you do, but it's just there's no wrong, you know, there's nothing wrong with experimenting and trying. But for anybody on this platform, on any platforms, if you see something that's working, lean into it. That's the key. And I was told that, just to tell the story again, I was told that at Vid Summit years ago, first Vid Summit I went to, when I was trying to get Raven Elise to 1 million subscribers. And I was mentioned, there was like this guy from VidIQ, I believe. It was VidIQ people, and they were doing free channel reviews. And I was like, sure, you know, review my channel. He's like, oh, she's got a viral video here. This is like one of the first million view videos she had back then. And she's got this viral video here about doing her daughter's hair. I said, yeah, that one got, you know, 1 million views. And he said, she needs to do 10 more videos just like that. I was like, huh? So I went back and told her, and she's like, what? 10 more videos? I don't, you know, like my channel is not really about doing my kids' hair. It's about motherhood at the time. It's not about doing my hair. So we probably did 6 more over the year. Not even 6, maybe 5. Every single one of those videos. Those videos have 10 million, 13 million. And it's the concept. It wasn't the that it was such a great video. It was that's what people were hankering for. They were hankering to know how to do their toddler's hair at the time. She just happened to make a video, and then she made 5 more videos, and they just kept rolling. So that really taught me, and I've had other examples of that happening too, that when you go with something that's already working, especially if you notice it, it can't help but bring you more views and more followers. Now, if that's something that you didn't intend to make, like you made a stupid joke video or something, and you don't want to make comedy, then probably don't do that. So that's why you should be very careful about the kind of content that you release out there. Like, don't make something if you don't really want to. Don't just throw anything out there. So if it's something you don't want to be known for, maybe don't make it. There's a chance of that.
Absolutely.
So the reason why most people struggle with being consistent is because they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. Either A, they don't know what content they're going to be filming from day to day. They're not sure. It's like, I think I was going to make a video about this, but I'm not sure. You haven't planned it out. You're not prepared to film on a given day. You don't wake up on the day of. You don't have a specific filming day or time, and you don't have to. Not every creator has to have a specific day and time. But if you have a specific filming day and time, you know that today you're going to get up, you're going to do your hair, you're going to put on a face if you need to. You may have your notes written down for what you're going to talk about or what scenes you're going to shoot. And you have that planned in advance for at least a month, if not several months. If you have that planned and you have a specific day and time for filming and some time set aside for editing, if you're doing your own editing, it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to become consistent. You're not consistent. I'm going to tell you why, because me personally, me too. Thursday, today, I have it on my calendar that I'm supposed to be live on YouTube. I'm not live on YouTube. Why? Because I didn't plan what I was going to talk about. I didn't plan my thumbnail, because to go live on YouTube, I need my thumbnail, I need my title and my topic. That's all I need. I don't need a whole bunch of notes because I can just freestyle. But I at least need to know what main point am I getting across, and what's my title going to be that's going to make people stop the scroll, and what text am I going to put on my thumbnail. I didn't do that. Therefore, I'm not consistently on my YouTube live tonight. You don't need to have a thumbnail, Crystal. You don't need necessary to have a title and thumbnail for YouTube Live. But it's a good practice to have a thumbnail, because with the tool that I use, once I set it up and you schedule your live, and it's a good idea. Look, it says I'm supposed to be going YouTube Live right now in 30 minutes at 6:30, but I'm not. Once you schedule your live, and you should schedule it, then it's showing up on your page as this creator is going live in X amount of days or X amount of hours or X amount of minutes. And you can click a button to be notified when that live happens, because you might forget. And so anytime you put content on YouTube, you need to have an eye-catching thumbnail and a title. Yes, because not only, I may have a live and only 13 people show up. That's cool. But that live is going to live on my channel, and other people are going to watch it, and it's going to contribute to my overall watch time. Another thing I will do when I'm getting ready to go live is I will share that live to my community posts. That means my followers are going to see it. And I'll just put a little blurb there. It'll be the thumbnail. And let's just say we're talking about finding your niche. Hey, come back to my live tonight at 6:30. I'm going to be talking about finding your niche. Be prepared to ask me questions. That's promoting my live. Another way I promote my live, I send it to my email list. As a visual, I will include that thumbnail and a link to the live. That thumbnail will say, hey, you guys, a lot of y'all been talking about, struggling with finding your niche. I'm going to be giving you 5, questions you need to ask yourself when you're choosing a niche. We're going to talk about it. You can ask me questions on my live tonight at 6:30. Tune in. That's why you need a title and thumbnail.
Like and subscribe this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Share if you know somebody who this might resonate with, or if it resonated with you. Leave a comment on any tips and tricks that you have, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.